This week we are going to talk about managing human resources. Have you ever worked on a team where things just did not click? Maybe it was a group project, maybe it was a job, maybe it was even something volunteer-based. You had people, but not the right people, in the right roles. That is where everything starts to break down. And that is exactly what managing human resources is all about. It is about making sure an organization has the right people, in the right roles, at the right time, doing the right work. Not just hiring people, but developing them, supporting them, evaluating them, and helping them succeed. Because at the end of the day, every organization runs on people. Now think about this for a moment. If you were starting a business tomorrow, what would matter more? Your product or your people? Most people instinctively say the product, but without the right people, even the best product struggles to survive. There is actually a process behind how organizations manage people well. It starts with something very simple, but very important. Understanding what work needs to be done, what jobs exist, what skills are required, how many people do we actually need. That leads into planning, looking ahead and asking, what are we going to need a year from now? 2 years from now? From there, organizations move into recruiting. How do we attract the right applicants? And then selection. How do we choose the right person from that group? Let me ask you another question. Is hiring the most qualified person always the best decision? Or is hiring the best fit sometimes more important? That is a real tension organizations deal with every day. Once someone is hired, the work is not done. In many ways, it is just beginning. Now we move into training and development. Training helps people do their current job well. Development prepares them for what is next. Strong organizations invest in both. They do not just fill positions, they build people. Then comes performance. How do we know if someone is doing a good job? Is it just about results? Or does how they work matter too? Think about that. 2 employees hit the same numbers. One builds strong relationships, communicates well, and supports the team. The other creates tension and conflict. Are they really performing at the same level? This is why evaluation matters. It gives structure to feedback. It creates clarity around expectations. And it provides a path for improvement. Now let's talk about something everyone cares about. Compensation. Pay is not just about money. It is about motivation. It is about fairness. It is about feeling valued. If people feel underpaid, they leave. If pay is not connected to performance, effort drops. And if compensation feels unfair, morale declines quickly. So organizations have to think carefully about how they reward people. There is also another layer to all of this. The relationship between employees and the organization itself. Sometimes that includes labor unions. Sometimes it involves negotiation, conflict resolution, and finding common ground. Even in workplaces without unions, managing relationships well is critical. Because when trust breaks down, everything becomes more difficult. And then we step back and look at the bigger picture. The world of work is changing. Technology continues to reshape jobs. Workforces are more diverse than ever. And people are trying to balance work, family, and life in ways that previous generations did not face in the same way. All of this puts more pressure on organizations to manage people thoughtfully and intentionally. So let me bring this back to you. Every one of you will be part of this process. You may be an employee. You may be a manager. You may run your own business someday. And when that happens, you will face these same questions. Who do I hire? How do I develop them? How do I evaluate performance? How do I create an environment where people actually want to stay and do their best work? Because when organizations get this right, something powerful happens. People grow, teams become stronger, and businesses perform at a higher level. But when they get it wrong, everything else becomes harder. Managing human resources is not just a business function. It is the foundation of everything else. And that is why it matters.